Welcome everyone to the BCMA Show podcast. Today I have a very special episode where I'm doing an artist spotlight on a local Louisiana artist that is in the Nash Next Compitition, and that is Miss Brittany Houston. How are you doing, Brittany?
I'm great. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Awesome. Well, we heard wind of you everywhere around here locally. They have the Nash Next Compitition going on through, the radio stations, local radio station stuff, and it's basically if people that don't know, it's a competition they kind of have, and in the end, it's a chance for a recording record deal. And actually, Todd O'Neill, people who know him, came from the Nash Next Competition, so they have a lot of names in there in the group or whatever you want to call it. I mean, a lot of local friends and good people. Local Casey Pivito, Luke McKinney, John Thibodeau, who have done interviews with, my buddy Josh Blaze, Jason Bellard, Charlie Wayne, and Danny LaCour, and Miss Brittany Houston. And I mean, how's it been? I mean, what brought you to the Nash Next Competition?
Well, I didn't even know about it, and because I post videos on Facebook, and so Ashley Reed from the Kicks 96 radio station reached out to me on Facebook and was like, "Hey, a friend of a friend shared your video, your cover of Tennessee Whiskey," and she said, "We all pretty much are just obsessed with all your videos. We've stalked your Facebook. You have to do this competition. Do you have any original songs?" And I said, "Well, yes." I said, "But no one has ever heard them. I don't sing them to people." So she was like, "Well, you definitely need to try." And she got me connected with somebody to help me record my song, and I submitted it, and then people liked it, and they voted for it, and now I'm in the finals. It's crazy.
Well, it has been a crazy ride, and we're going to take a step back and go into the history of yourself. Where are you from? You from out here, from the big town, and I say big town, of Grand Lake, Louisiana.
Yes, the big GL. Yes, I mean, it was a big deal back in the day when we got our post office. I mean, we were so excited. I grew up down there, and it's like 10-15 minutes south of Lake Charles, and grew up there, went to school there, and graduated, and then I've lived in Lake Charles ever since, and went back, for our 10-year and reunion for our school, and I saw they had a dollar store and a Brown's Groceries and a Subway. I was like, "Hey, y'all are coming up."
High class now, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. So, growing up there, I mean, were you always, as a young child, were you always into music or singing or anything like that?
Oh, yes. I mean, because I grew up watching, being glued to CMT whenever all they did was play music videos all day, nonstop. That's what I grew up watching.
Back in the good old days, yep.
Yes. No commercials, just straight up music. And I listened to that, but I also had a very musical family that liked all kinds of different stuff. So I feel like I have a good variety of music that I love. I love country, I love rock, but I also love all the classics that Jim Croce and Creedence Clearwater Revival, all the 60s, 70s music. I mean, I just music in general, I love it, and I sang all the time. I did talent shows, and I was the go-to person to sing the national anthem for stuff. So, so I always just kind of sang here and there growing up. So,
you mentioned a few artist names. I was going to ask, my follow-up question was, what was some of your musical influences growing up and listening to music down there, or I say down there, anywhere? Like I said, the older stuff. But also, with country, it was the older country that I grew up listening to, too. I mean, Waylon Jennings and Hank Williams and Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton. I loved all of them. But then my mom listened to, Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all, Whitney Houston and, the 80s hair bands and stuff. So, I mean, I have just a very eclectic
variety of music that I grew up listening to. So that's my influence. Pretty much everything has influenced me.
That's great. I mean, I know a lot. I have a lot of artists come on and try to name a bunch of country artists, but every now and again we get them to just come and name the truth. And if you're a true music lover, I mean, you love all music and all great stuff. And you mentioned all those old ones, Pearl Jam. And I did an interview with a guy that's just like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like the Backstreet Boys, and I was like,
yes, I just saw them in concert. I'm not even gonna lie. That made my whole life. I went and saw them, and I had a blast. Knew every song. I was in front row. I had my Backstreet Boys tank top on. I was in heaven.
If you didn't listen to the Backstreet Boys growing up or whatever, you're lying to yourself.
No, I did.
So you come up and moved to Lake Charles, went to school, and you're currently a coach, right? A high school coach?
I am. Well, no, middle school. I'm a girls' middle school PE coach, and I coach volleyball, basketball, and track. So here in Westlake, Louisiana, and I stay busy. I love it though. I went to school, graduated from McNeese State University, and got my degree in PE. And
go Cowboys!
Yes. So, and I worked here and there. I didn't get a PE job right out the gate. I actually was a special ed teacher for 3 years at another middle school in Lake Charles, and then I caught wind of an opening at the middle school here in Westlake, and I interviewed and got the job. And I mean, I love it. I mean, it's the kids are great. Everyone is just so nice. I mean, they've just made it just so wonderful for me. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Well, that's great. That's awesome to hear. Somebody loving their job and loving every minute of it.
Yes.
Now we're going to fast forward back to what we were talking about with the Nash Next, and you mentioned Ashley from Kicks 96 had reached out to you. I seen recently that you were actually on the show with her and did a little Facebook Live thing. And how was that experience?
Oh, it was so much fun. That was the second time going up there. The first time she interviewed all the artists that made it to the top. That had actually just submitted their stuff. Yeah. And she interviewed everybody, and that was, I was so nervous. But it was so much fun. They made it so easy they were just easy to talk to, and I just felt like I could be myself, which I was like kind of worried about it, because I don't know, get kind of nervous and flustered, but it was so much fun. And then the second time around, I felt a little more comfortable and sang a couple of songs, and just sat and felt like I was just talking with a couple old friends. So it was nice.
So overall, the Nash Next competition, it's coming to its the finale, I guess you would say, and then that's September 8th coming up at the Lone Wolf Lounge at the Isles of Capri in Lake Charles. And it's from 6 to 9. It's free to get in, and you're gonna have all the artists that I mentioned: Casey Pivito, Luke McKinney, John Thibodeau, Josh Blaze, Jason Ballard, Charlie Wayne, Danny LaCour, and Miss Brittany herself. And y'all all gonna be performing at that same night. And I know that part of the crowd response goes into the actual judging. So, folks, if you're listening, go out and scream and holler, and help these folks out, because it's a great opportunity that it provides.
Yes, I'm excited. We're to sing 2 songs, so every band is gonna sing their original song, and then they'll sing a cover. And it's just, I'm really excited. I like I told Ashley, I was like, I hope I kind of go on first, number 1, just to kind of get it over with, so I'm not nervous. And 2, I want to be able to get it over with so I can just sit back and enjoy the rest of the night, because it's going to be full of good music, good times with, full of people and drinking and just fun. And so I'm really kind of got my fingers crossed that I'm one of the first ones so I can enjoy the rest of the night.
I hear you. Just the names mentioned, the ones I know Casey's Pivito's had great success with his single, Maybe. It's doing good things. And
yes, it's so good.
Of course, John Thibodeau's a veteran. We did an interview way back with him. He's got a CD out and a lot of great songs. My buddy Josh Blaze just released different kind of outlaws. His Sing Aloud, and Charlie Wayne, of course, has If You Showed Up. And for the rest of them, I do not want to mention because I don't know for sure if they have some, stuff out on iTunes or whatever, but I'm sure they have original music they're going to be playing, and these are all great artists and musicians and performers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be a heck of a time. You definitely want to get out there. Like I said, that's at the Lone Wolf Lounge in the Isles of Capri in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Yes.
And that's going to be from 6 to 9. It's free to get in. So it's free, and you get to watch all these great artists just get out there and sing their butts off for you guys. So, I mean, you definitely want to go down there. So
it's going to be fun.
Let's I'll say fast forward. If Brittany Houston wins the Nash Next Compitition, what is your goals? If you win that, where do you want to go with your music if you were to get that opportunity?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I've got, like I was telling you earlier, I've got a songbook, just full of stuff that I've written over the years that, nobody's ever heard. And I would love for, to find some good people to help me, make all of this come out so people can hear it. Because, and it's not just country stuff, because I'm a very, I go to church and I love singing on my worship team, and I would actually love to put out a worship album. I've got a book full of worship songs that are just,
awesome.
That I would love to let people hear and inspire. If they're in a tough spot, because I was married for 10 years and went through a divorce, so there's just a lot of feelings and emotions and stuff that you go through with that, and so I've got just a lot of stuff to say, and I know that it would probably help people that might be in that same position, and and just I don't know, I would love for more people to hear it.
Yeah,
so,
get your stuff out there and being able to actually record, and like you mentioned, I failed to mention earlier, you are a songwriter, and you have a book sheet, like you said, of songs that nobody's really heard. It's very, I know a lot of songwriters that they write, whenever pain strikes, they grab a pen, and that, or even good times. So it's for a songwriter and a musician to get their music out there for the world to help others and do all that. That's an awesome, goal to have.
I would love it, and I try not to make everything so sad, but sometimes it's just how I'm feeling, and so I'll write a song there. But I have some upbeat, I have this one song that I know a lot of moms out there can relate to, because I'll be honest, I love my kids, but they never stop talking to me, and so sometimes I don't get a moment of peace, and I'm not gonna lie, I'll hide away in my closet because it's really quiet. And I can, I've got peace and quiet in there. So I have a song, a really funny country song that's about that I think a lot of moms out there can relate to. So
that's what it's all about. Yeah, relating to songs. And as far as sad songs, we have, of course, our BCMA Top 40 Spotify chart, and we go off of streams and all that and I can tell you now, probably 75% of those songs are sad songs, so that's good songs when it comes to country music most of the time.
Oh yeah,
it's
they can strike a chord with pretty much anybody. So
we got, and the beauty of it is we try to keep all independent artists, and the state of Texas is flooded full of them, and I know Louisiana we have some great artists as well. So it's trying to bridge the gap between that, Texas, the Texas musicians out there that are independent, are pretty much superstars. You look at, Mike Ryan and Cody Johnson and Aaron Watson, and these people are just now signing deals after 10 plus years, but they have that community, and that's what's great to have with the Nash Next and stuff. Kind of brings us to have that same type of thing, down here. So that's definitely something I love to see with the Nash Next, and getting artists known, because even a lot of people that a lot of artists and musicians on these shows or contests, even if they don't win, hey, they get some noticed, And
yeah.
even though you're gonna win, I'm just gonna say, sorry to I'm
whatever.
sorry to Casey and John and Josh and all y'all. I'm saying it now that whoever wins is gonna be well deserved. They all are well deserved to be recognized by the next level and get out there and put out their music.
Oh yeah, like that. I mean, everybody keeps saying, "Well, oh my gosh, are you nervous? Are you excited that you're gonna win?" I'm like, I'm not even. That's not even on my mind right now. Just the fact that people took the time out to go, because it was an ordeal to vote on these songs, to rate them.
Yeah.
And you had to register and do this and that, and then go and find the song and rate it. So just that people took the time out, enough people did, to rate my song, to say they liked it, and to put me in this category with all these other talented people, that's good enough for me. I mean, because I didn't even know about this competition. So that in itself, I'm having a blast. So Saturday is just going to be just one more fun night, and I mean, whatever happens. I'm just excited to be even considered with all these other people who, like, they're putting themselves out there, they're putting in the work, and it's just really awesome to just be in that same category with everybody. So I'm fine with whatever.
Well, I'll tell you, like we mentioned, some of these artists and stuff have songs out on music. I call it the music world now because it's Spotify and all, and iTunes. But to see artists such as yourself to come, and have all these songs and get noticed, and the community and people I have connections with, whether it be radio or music, I've heard throughout all these people, I know them, and then your name keeps popping up as a wow factor. So you're doing something right there. So I mean,
well, that's nice.
Yeah, and for anyone listening, of course, I always tag the artists. You follow them on social media. That's the key these days. But you can actually go, and I'll be sure to post links to your Facebook and all. But yeah,
okay.
If you go and check out her Facebook, she has some songs and stuff that she videoed and sang. And do you have a YouTube, or you haven't really messed with that?
Oh no, I do. And I actually, because I've only been playing guitar like for maybe 3 or 4 years now. It's fairly new. I'm still learning, and so I started posting videos on, just covers and stuff here and there. And I go back now and look at like some of the first ones that I posted on YouTube. I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? That sounds terrible. But I have a few videos on YouTube, and and then just on Facebook, and I have an Instagram, and which I'm so glad I have Facebook, because I've only had the Facebook for a year. I'm not a
Yeah, Facebook can be complicated. It really can complicate things compared to Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, but if you don't have it, like you said, hey, you get discovered and see people, and that's how I actually went and looked at all your videos and stuff, was off of off your Facebook. So that's definitely, and YouTube. That's social media these days is the way that a useful tool. I mean,
definitely.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, like I said, everyone, make your way out there to the Lone Wolf Lounge in the Isles of Capri. Lake Charles. It's gonna be September 8th from 6 to 9. It's gonna be a great time. You got a lot of great artists. It's for a good cause, pretty much. And then hey, you might be able to see the next Todd O'Neill. He might, one of these guys and gals might be the next big thing to come out of our state of Louisiana. So get out there and support them, and definitely, and keep up with Brittany. And I'm sure, hopefully, after she wins, and I get credit for saying it now, but keep up and follow, win, lose, or draw, keep up and follow her on her social medias, and I'll be sure and tag the links to their Facebook, Instagram, and her YouTube, and for you guys and gals out there listening to be able to go listen to her original music, and maybe you'll become a fan such as I did, and get rolling. Hopefully do it before September 8th so you can get out there and scream a little louder for her.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that.
Well, we had a great time talking with you, Brittany, and like I said, victory after you win speech can be, you can come back on the show and we'll talk, all about how I was right in calling it. And
you can say I told you so.
Yeah, and even if not, you're definitely always welcome back to come on and promote anything, or just even if you wanted to put an original song out there. That's what it's all about with the Bayou Country Music Association. It's just getting independent artists, whether they're recorded anything or not, just getting them out there and known for everyone to see.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about. We had a great time. I thank you for taking the time, to talk with me. And if there's any kind of thanks or any kind of shout outs or anything you want to say, I'll give you the floor.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. My son just busted into the room. No, I mean, I do. I mean, I'd like to thank you for, reaching out and wanting me to, have me to talk to me and stuff. I mean, that's awesome. It means a lot. And just everybody that, that likes my songs and, supports me now. I mean, I can't thank them enough, for helping me out. And so, yeah.
And that was local Louisiana native. It's Brittany Houston, who is in the Nash Next Compitition here, the Kicks 96 Nash Next Competition. And she has got a great voice and some great original stuff. So we'll be sure and tag all of her social medias to check that out. At this time, we would like to thank all of our partners, friends, sponsors, and just people and organizations that help us out or just help out the music industry as a whole. And of course, we always shout out the Texas Country Music Association. We are proud members. The Texas Country Music Awards are coming up in October in Fort Worth. Get your tickets now. You can go on their website at texascountrymusicassociation.org and you can get your tickets for that. I'm sure they're going fast. It's going to be a great time down there in Fort Worth, the Will Rogers Auditorium. And we'd also like to thank, we're going to go ahead and keep going with the music organizations. And I'd like to thank Southern Music Scene, a great website that features a lot of great music and up-and-comers. I want to also mention a great local studio in Texas, and that's H&H Studio. They got anything you want to record your stuff. You got some original stuff you're looking to get, your stuff out on a track. So you can look them up on our website. We have a link to them. That's H&H Studios. Also like to shout out our friends at Silver Saloon in Terrell, Texas. They got some great live venue, great live performances coming up. Check out their schedule at their website, which is also on our website. That's Silver Saloon out of Terrell, Texas. Also like to shout out our good friends with Southern Sound Outfitters, a great apparel company that does great things for all up-and-coming Texas country artists. So if you haven't checked them out, check them out now at southernsoundoutfitters.com. And going on the lines of apparel, we also want to thank our sponsors, Swamp Assassin. They are having some great deals right now. So they're moving their warehouse. They have some great deals on their website. You could go to swampassassin.com and look on the Daily Deals tab, and you will find some great stuff. Corey and the guys over there, they got some new hats, some new patch hats, some ranch-style hats, shirts. Hunting season's upon us, so you can grab all your gear there at swampassassin.com. Also, wanted to give a shout out to our friends with Swamp Gear Roto-Molded Ice Chest, local-owned business out of Louisiana. They have some great coolers. You can check them out at swampshop.com. We have a link to their site on our website. They got some great looking colors and designs. Check them out now. And for all you ladies out there that love Texas country, red dirt country, all that, check out Wild Lane Boutique at wildlanetx.com. They have some great clothes, jewelry, purses, the whole 9 yards. It's all focused around red dirt country music, Texas country music, just good music. So check them out and get you some great stuff today. That's Wild Lane Boutique. It's wildlanetx.com. You also find a link to them on our website. And for all you cowboys and cowgirls out there, that whether you rodeo or ranch, check out, of course, Rodeo Time Incorporated at DaleBrisby.com. Get yourself some Dale wear, old son. Got some brand new hats and shirts available. So check them out at DaleBrisby.com. And last but not least, shout out to Double Portion Supply. They do custom shirts, hats, stickers, the whole nine. Great company. Check them out. We have a link to them on our page at Double Portion Supply. Check them out. And of course, like we mentioned, if you haven't booked anything for September 8th, take some time. If you're in the Lake Charles area, go down to the Lone Wolf Lounge, the Isles of Capri, and watch this great Nash Next finalist competition. It's going to be awesome. 6 to 9, free to get in. Go listen to some great artists. Of course, I mentioned it'll be Casey Pivito, Luke McKinney, John Thibodeau, Josh Blaze, Jason Bellard, Charlie Wayne, Danny LaCour, and of course Miss Brittany Houston. So check that out and go and support whoever is your favorite, or just go and have a good time. If you would like to be advertised on our website or looking to do any kind of partnership, please feel free to send us an email at bayoucountrymusic@gmail.com. Also, be sure and keep up with our BCMA Top 40 Spotify chart, updated weekly. If you have not followed us, go there now to our website. We have a tab, and click on that and follow it. A bunch of great artists on there, updates weekly. And if you'd like to submit a song to us, the rules and everything are on our homepage for that tab, and you can also send us your song submissions or questions at bayoucountrymusic@gmail.com. I'm your host, Jacob, and until next time, folks, y'all have a good one. Have a great Labor Day.